Over 80% of Taiwanese believe Taiwan to be sovereign state. Poll.
Here's a summary of the article.
Taipei, more than 80% of Taiwanese consider Taiwan a sovereign state, according to a survey by the Taiwan New Constitution Foundation. Merely 4.9% of respondents believe Taiwan is not a sovereign state, the poll suggests. Approximately 80.4% of respondents agree that Taiwan is an independent country, most of them in the 20 to 39 age group. About 8.9% think Taiwan is probably not an independent country, while 4.9% believe the island is definitely not a sovereign state, said the report. Regarding cross-straits relations, around 56.1% wish to maintain the status quo. On the other hand, 31.5% support independence for Taiwan, while 7.5% favor unification with China. It has a margin of error of plus or minus 3 percentage points and a confidence level of 95%.
This post received a score of 2,472, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I've been there. It is not part of China. It's pretty damn clear.
Taiwan has never been a part of the People's Republic of China. Personally, I consider Taiwan to be a rump state, a remnant of the old Republic of China.
What the article doesn't mention, of course, is that the polled group of people are not representative of the nation, because most of the voters are IIRC after the age of 39. This poll is mostly 20 to 39. The two age groups have pretty different thinking, and that's why the voting results and polls reflect differently. To anyone actually following legit polls, you can predict Taiwanese elections pretty accurately.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure for older generation though it's similar to the Korean peninsula where people have split families and such. Younger people grow up with the pride of being Taiwanese, especially when you see Olympic competitors under false name. I don't think the two will reunite anytime soon, but could be a different story for Korea.
Why would anybody in Taiwan not consider Taiwan a sovereign state? Taiwan has its own government.
Maybe some voters considered things like foreign influence? I suppose if you split hairs, most countries might seem somewhat extradependent.
Well, mainlanders are all taught in school that Taiwan is part of China. You'll never get a mainlander to agree that it's any sort of sovereign state no matter what the people of Taiwan say. Outside of China, everybody but the UN thinks of Taiwan as a sovereign state. China has a seat on the UN Security Council and will never allow Taiwan to be considered anything but part of the whole.
The fact that Taiwan was kicked out of the UN shouldn't have happened in the first place if the world cared about the matter of Taiwan. But they were kicked out in favor of a bigger economic power and abandoned in part because of Chinese foreign policy dictating the recognition of only one China.
A lot of the countries that supported the PRC back in 1971 were third world countries. Here's what Mali had to say. Mali commented that a vote for the two resolutions would create a precedent which, far from finding a solution to the problem of divided countries, would foster parcelization of the states of the third world, many of which were looking for final boundaries conforming to their national identity. The PRC in 1971 had significantly less economic strength than today, but it was still able to gather a following of third world countries to vote on its behalf. It's because a lot of countries in the UN, especially the poorer ones that had suffered under colonialism, don't want to set a precedent for legitimizing separatism.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.